Alright guys, here we go with another episode of 3-Star My Bag. This one's going to be featuring the bag of DGV player Fool. Of course, I had to ask him about his name and kind of a funny story. He said it was okay if I share it. So basically, he went through a divorce, and not too long after that is when he signed up for DGV. And because he was acting a fool, that's why he got divorced. That's why he decided on his name for DGV to be Fool. So I thought that was kind of a funny story. But he's fairly new to the game, player level 52 actually, so he's still kind of building his bag. He said he's really been struggling getting 3-star on Northern Lights, so he thought this would help him out to get that 3 stars. Is definitely one of the harder ones to get. You'll see his bag in just a second. He's an obvious fan of Casta, so there was a few discs that I wasn't super familiar with, so I practiced with them a little bit, so we'll see how we do here. But first, let's take a look at his bag, and we'll take a look at mine. So on the top is his bag, and on the bottom is mine. So I was able to match this one pretty good. Again, I love just matching bags. It's kind of fun to see how many stamps I can get. I know I've mentioned this before, but it's part of the fun for me. So with his putters, he goes with the Rico and the Berg. So Rico, I hadn't really thrown it much, but it seems to be pretty close to the pure. Maybe a little bit more lift and a little bit more fade to it. And then the Berg is just an overstable bomber. I think it's the longest putter in the game. For his mid-ranges, he's got two Sveas, the Windbreak and the Glide. And then one of his fairways, he's got the Stall, the Windbreak Stall. That was one of the discs that I wasn't super familiar with. After throwing it a few times, it seems like it's maybe just a little bit longer than the Explorer, a little bit shorter than the PD. Kind of an overstable fairway. I mean, it's pretty neutral, but it does have some fade towards the end, kind of like the Explorer and the PD. At least that's kind of the feel that I got from it. Then he's got 3 lots. He has the Roll, the Water Skip, and the Glide. That's another disc that I have not thrown a bunch. I actually really like it. Gives me kind of a Vandal feel to it, a little bit understable, not too much to where you can't control it. But I think I'm going to like that disc a lot. Hopefully we'll find some places to throw it. As you can see, no Sapphires in his bag, no PDs. So it's going to be a challenge for me to kind of find new lines. I can't just revert to those discs that I'm super familiar with and just go with my normal lines. But we'll see how we do. As far as his drivers, he's got the Glide Turn Gold, the Windbreak Roll, the Water Skip Windbreak, and then the Glide Skip Gold. So again, he's obviously a big fan of Casta. I do like the gold, so I'm excited for that. But I think we'll be able to get this. Definitely going to be a little challenging, but hopefully we can make this happen for him. And the biggest excitement for me is when these videos turn around and I hear back from them when they get the 3 stars. So that's always fun. The last 2 3 stars I've done, both of those players got it. I think it was Northern Lights and Ikigai Enzo. I think they got it that same day I posted the video. So that's always so awesome to hear back from them, stay in touch with them, continue to help them with lines or whatnot. So I'm really enjoying this series. Hopefully it's a way that I can kind of connect with some of the viewers and actually help them more on a personal level rather than just have everybody watch me throw on my discs all the time. But anyways, without further ado, let's do a quick assessment on his bag as he continues to build it. There's definitely some recommendations I have for him. So I really don't have much issue with his putters. Mid-range, maybe consider dropping the Glide Svea and trying something a little more overstable like the Warship or Trust, just to have that kind of better mid-range package that can cover all types of shots. Still got two slots. He can buy 1 slot and then get the other slot with coins. So still 2 slots he has to open up and build his bag even more. As far as fairway, maybe consider a 7-speed. I know you can get away without them, but I love the Explorer. That Stall is pretty nice though. And then obviously maybe some Sapphire. I just don't think it's quite as long as a Sapphire. Consider a Skip fairway. He's got the Water Skip fairway, so that's awesome. So he's got a pretty good selection of fairways. But maybe consider a Skip, maybe a Sapphire, maybe a Musket, somewhere in there because he's got some spots opening up. As far as his drivers, he's got that Turn Glide, which I love. I would consider the Glide Roll instead of the Windbreak Roll. And then definitely a Glide Water Skip. You can get max distance out of it. But I do love that Glide Skip Gold, especially with that awesome trail. But there you go, guys. That's his bag and mine. And let's get into Northern Lights. So Northern Lights got to shoot 9 under for 3-star. Not the easiest one. Definitely one of the harder ones to 3-star. So I can understand a level 52 player might be struggling a little bit, but it's definitely doable. Let's see if we can show him some lines to get it done. Definitely, he's got that glide skip gold, so definitely want to start off with an eagle on the first hole to give you some sort of cushion throughout your round in case you end up getting a par. So we definitely want to start with an eagle on hole 1 before we move on, doing Challenger Valley and going for 3-stars. So we're going to slide left, middle chevron up on the pole. Any sort of line I have with my glide skip rive, I can usually throw the gold and adjust just fine. Oh, I was hoping it'd kick down to the bottom, but definitely practice from up on top of this hill. So I'm going to pretend this is a pure, maybe aim a little more right than I would, and maybe not quite the distance. I think it has just a little more lift on it, but we'll see as we go. But we're able to get the eagle there, thank goodness. This is a tough wind, but with this stall, it's actually a great disc for this hole. So I'm not going to put a ton of hyzer because of this wind. I'm going to pull pretty straight down here, let the wind do the work. But I did find that stall is a great disc for that hole. Usually pretty much most winds you can pull full power on that, and it's awesome to have a disc for that hole where you can go full power. That one was a big tailwind, so I had to power down just a little bit, but this one's going to be tough. So I'm used to having the Sapphire. We got a big tailwind though, so we're going to try this with the glide lots. Go with a forehand and try kind of a similar approach that I do with my Sapphire if I'm just going for birdie. So we're going to put some turn on it. That wind is definitely going to stable it up. This looks like a great shot. So, and we got down a little farther than we normally do with the Sapphire, so I think we can get there with another lots on a forehand. I'm just not sure. I think with this big wind, I'm going to go with the water skip instead of the glide. Just going to take a little distance off. I just think that glide might carry a little too far in this wind, and I don't want to go long. Oh, this looks perfect. So lots times 2 there. Glide and then the water skip worked out great in a big tailwind. You might struggle a bit with the lots if it's any sort of a headwind on this hole. My normal play, I just go turn, glide, rive, and I go for the green and then just get really good from the drop zone. But I wanted to show them the safe birdie play there. This one, I love the Vandal on, so I'm going to try I think we'll go the water skip again. It's not quite as understable as the Vandal. I don't know what to throw here. I was thinking about the stall now. I think it might be good. I just got to make sure I turn this enough. I was worried about going long with the lots. I think it's a little bit longer than my Vandal. This needs to stop. Shoot, right in these bush. And I don't even know if that bush is a hit point. I haven't really been here before. 254. I'm going to throw the glide lots just to make sure I have enough. I might go long, but I might get... Oh, it didn't hit the tree at all. Sweet. So I'm probably going to be long there. Actually might have been pretty decent distance if I had it lined up better. But I thought I was going to be hitting the tree on that one. So far so good. We are 5 under after 4. Moving on to hole 5. This one I usually go explore, so I don't think I want to go with the stall here because it's not roll. I think it would be a little long. I think let's try the glide Svea. I don't have the glide, so I think this is a perfect chance for it on a forehand. So we're going to try to put a little ante on it just to... Oh, stop. No. That turned quite a bit more than I thought. Oh, man. So we're going to take our first bogey, or par, I mean. So that's why you want that bonus stroke on hole 1. So now we have to play flawlessly going in. This one I usually go roll Sapphire. So let's go with the roll lots. But I don't think it goes as high. I'm going to lift it up a little bit from default. With the Sapphire, I can go default. I'm not sure on the lots, and with a disc I'm not familiar with, I'd rather just aim up and make sure that I go high enough rather than hit those branches, because I don't know the flight path as well. So that was a smart decision there. And that's a great line for that disc. Just up a little bit from default, throw that roll lots, and it looked like it worked out pretty well. This one I go forehand with the glide skip, just kind of aim on that tree and then put some hyzer on it. I did not put enough hyzer. I'd much prefer being out there in the fairway. Got a nice little kick off that tree. For this one, let's just throw the stall, I think. I don't think I can get to the water. We'll power down just a little bit just to make sure. Stop. Okay, that'll be all right. Ooh, man, a little farther left than I would like. I think I'm still going to throw the glide skip gold just to give myself a small chance at making this. It's a tough angle from over here. Fade, fade. Nope. All right, that dead skip kind of helped. I'll take that. So hole 7, we're about to get our birdie. We got 2 more holes left. 7 under after 7. No more strokes to play with, so we got to make them count on these last 2 holes. Tough par 4 and tough par 3 to close it out. I usually go light glide on a forehand here. I think with his bag, I think I'm going to go turn glide. Just keep it nice and straight through the gap. I don't really want to go glide skip. I don't want to go either of those other 2 discs, so we're just going to go turn glide. Make sure I count on some turn here, so I'm going to put about a half a disc of hyzer. Oh man, this actually looks really good. Get over the rock. Kind of right into the rock, but ended up in a good spot. I like being over here. I'd prefer being 20, 30 feet closer, but this isn't the worst here. Let's go with the gold, the roll windbreak gold. I think that might be a good option here. Oh, it looks great. I'll take that from there. 69 feet. Make sure I don't mess this up, and we are almost home free. Oh, nice. If we can get birdie on this last hole, that will be just enough to get that 3 stars. Hopefully we're helping you out, fool. I think I'm going to go turn glide again. I think that's the disc for this shot. Trying to think at all the goals. I don't really want to throw something more stable, so let's aim down just a little bit below the tree with the bottom chevron. It's pretty much a straight pull. Oh, this looks great. Stop though. Stop. Don't go behind the house. Stop. Oh my goodness, I was nervous there. I was afraid it was going to slide behind the house and cost me my diamond round. But there you go, guys. There is the 3-star for Northern Lights using the bag of Fool. That was fun. I enjoyed that. All Castoplast discs. So definitely a fun experience for me. Played with a few discs that I don't know very well. We got that 3-star. Hopefully he's able to get it too. I really like doing these. Let me know if you want me to try to 3-star your bag. If you're having trouble with any courses, let me know and we'll try to help you out. All right, guys. Appreciate the support. Thanks, as always, for watching me play some DGV.